Yo guys, Bullseye Boy back here with another video. This is my NXT Takeover Dallas review. It was just an insanely good show. As I expected, I expected the show to be amazing and the matches to be insane. It was a late night, to be honest. Stayed up till 5, obviously because UK time. Started at 3 in the morning, finished at 5. So yeah, I had to stay up for it though. I couldn't be missing it. So the first match though was one of my favourites. It was one of the matches of the night, and it was the NXT Tag Team Titles match between American Alpha and the Revival. Obviously, a lot of people, were thinking American Alpha would win and, win their first NXT Tag Team titles, which I thought they would as well. The match was incredible. I mean, Chad Gable, Jason Jordan, and the Revival. To be fair, they just, each team just gels so well, and the match was just incredible. One of the best tag team matches I've seen in a long time. Obviously, Enzo and Big Cass had their match with the Revival at Roadblock, which was an amazing match, and obviously, American Alpha put on a great match as well yesterday, and ended up getting the win. Chad Gable getting the pin on Dawson, which was just, it was amazing. Just an incredible match to start off the show. I didn't know which show was going to start off. I didn't look at the order of the matches, but once I heard American Alpha's music, I was so pumped for the match. It was insane. So just an incredible match, and I think NXT with American Alpha as their tag team champions is going to be a really fun tag team. Their tag team division's been really good for a long time now, but it's just gonna, in my opinion, it's just going to keep getting better. And with American Alpha as the face, the faces of that division, that's just going to be amazing to watch and see where they go from here now. They seem to scrap the Apollo Crews versus Elias Samson match. It wasn't on the card, so I don't know what happened with that, but the match didn't take place. So the next match was Baron Corbin versus Austin Aries. This was the one match out of every match I was kind of disappointed in. I thought Baron Corbin did well. Some people might disagree and not like this at all, but I, considering all the hype about Austin Aries, I'd never seen him wrestle before. And considering all the hype, I just thought it was a bit disappointing that his performance overall in the match, and the way Baron Corbin lost was just pathetic to me. He got hit with a few slaps, a few kicks, a couple of moves, and all of a sudden was just pinned. It's not usually NXT that does those type of endings, but obviously that's usually WWE's main, that's where WWE specialise in being stupid. But I just thought the ending was really, really bad. It just made Baron Corbin look a bit shit, to be honest, and I thought the match could have gone on a bit longer. We didn't see the best of Austin Aries, in my opinion, and I just think it was a bit of a letdown from him and just the match in general, considering all the hype. So that was not the greatest match. Some people probably loved it. It was okay, but it just didn't do much for me. The match after though was the match of the night: Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn. It was a long match. It was the best match. It was a beast of a match. Both guys were insane. Nakamura's entrance was just off the wall. It was freaking awesome, and both guys, their ring set is just incredible. The moves they've got, and obviously this was the first time I'd ever seen Nakamura wrestle as well, because I don't watch independent wrestling, and I don't watch wrestling outside WWE. But obviously, I knew who he was, and I knew he was one of the the best wrestlers on the planet. And obviously, in his first match with Sami Zayn, just a beast of a match. There were literally moments where you thought Sami Zayn was gonna win, and then you thought Nakamura was gonna win. It was a bit like with the tag team match. Although you had a prediction in your head, and a lot of people had the same prediction, which when a lot of people are predicting the same outcome, you might think it's predictable, but neither match, the tag team match or that match, they were nowhere near predictable, and it did look like both teams were going to win the tag team match at different points, and obviously it looked like Zayn was going to win, and then Nakamura. It was, the storytelling in the matches was just incredible. It's NXT Takeover Dallas will not be beaten by WrestleMania in terms of wrestling. It was one of the best put together whole shows of wrestling I've seen in a very, very long time. Nakamura got the win, obviously, as a lot of people expected, and me. I just didn't see him losing his first match, and obviously that was Sami Zayn's send off to the main roster. So yeah, Sami Zayn's going on to big things with Kevin Owens and the IC title. So I hope he does well in that, and I hope Sami Zayn at some point becomes Intercontinental Champion, which obviously I think he will. And obviously with Nakamura, potentially down the line the NXT Championship. So incredible match. Then we had the women's title match, which was, again, out of all 5 matches, my 3 favourite matches. I love the main event, but I loved the women's match. Obviously Nakamura and Zayn, and the tag team match as probably my 3 favourite matches out of, if I had to pick. Bayley versus Asuka. I mean, the triple threat at WrestleMania has got a lot to do to beat that match. Because obviously I think Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch and Charlotte could pull off a match as good, if not better, but they've got a long way to go to do it, because that was incredible. Bayley is just, she's Bayley. She's an incredible woman, and Asuka is just this kick-ass woman who's just there and is just insanely good at what she does. And the match was brilliant. They had good chemistry. I went with Bayley to win, but I wanted Asuka to win. So obviously with Asuka winning and becoming the new NXT Women's Champion, I got my prediction wrong, but I'll take it. I'm happy with the result anyway. So obviously Asuka got the win. She had her Asuka lock-in for what felt like ages, and I was thinking, I was watching it, I was like, she's got to tap out in a minute, but she didn't tap out, but she passed out, and the ref called it, rang the bell, and Asuka, by submission, picked up the NXT Women's Championship. I can't wait to see how where she goes with it. Incredible match. What does this mean for Bayley? Is she going to get a rematch? How long is she going to stay in NXT now? Because, the way I see it happening is Sasha Banks winning the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania, carrying that on through most of 2016 to SummerSlam, and I think with Sasha Banks winning the women's title, she'll defend it against Charlotte, in a rematch. Bayley might get her rematch, and then Bayley will, in the next month or 2, will debut to the main roster, and Bayley will have a feud with Sasha Banks like they did in NXT, probably leading up till SummerSlam. So that's what I see happening for Bayley. I think she'll make her main roster debut in the near future and feud with Sasha Banks just like they did in NXT. So that'd be amazing. Just an insane match though. Glad Asuka got the title. I wasn't bothered either way. If Bayley won, I was happy. If Asuka won, I was happy. But just the matches were just incredible. Considering what we're gonna get at WrestleMania, in terms of matches like Ryback and Kalisto, and NXT, the matches they put on last night have just will put some of WWE's matches at WrestleMania to shame in terms of the ability. It's incredible. And then obviously we had the main event, Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe for the NXT Championship. I went with Samoa Joe to win. I really believed Samoa Joe was going to get the win. But obviously Finn Balor retained the NXT Championship. So to me, it did actually shock me. I did seriously think Samoa Joe was going to win, because I thought Finn Balor was going to the main roster at WrestleMania or the Raw after. But obviously that's not going to happen now. It doesn't make any sense with him still being NXT Champion. He's not going to make a main roster debut as NXT. He could be on a Raw as NXT Champion, but he's not going to be a full-on part of the main roster, because obviously he's the NXT Champion, and until he loses that, he won't fully make he won't join the main roster. So that's surprising, because I did think honestly he would either Sunday at WrestleMania or Raw debut, and obviously that would mean lose the belt to Samoa Joe. But the match, within I think the first minute, Samoa Joe got busted wide open. It was insane, because obviously there was punches being thrown, and I missed the headbutt. I didn't see the headbutt, and obviously he turned around and I just saw his face. It was red. It was nasty. But Samoa Joe, it just seemed to piss him off, and he just went on a rampage. He was destroying Finn Balor, and then obviously the medical people kept coming out and sorting his eye out, because obviously it was just above his right eye. Which, I mean, I can't complain that they came and helped out, because you didn't want the match to end and it could potentially, but I just think in that case Samoa Joe wasn't taking it. He just didn't want any part of that. He just wanted to get on with the match, and he was a beast for it. He was a beast during the match. Incredible match. I thought Samoa Joe was going to win. Finn Balor had his moments. Samoa Joe hit the muscle buster. Finn Balor kicked out, which was incredible. And obviously Finn Balor ended up getting the win and retaining the NXT Championship. Where they go from here, I have no idea. Is Samoa Joe going to get a third attempt? Is he going to be third time lucky? Or, one thing that was amazing before the match was Bobby Roode was in the crowd, obviously from TNA. So that looks like Bobby Roode is coming to NXT. That's he wouldn't have been in the crowd in the arena if he wasn't going to be in NXT. So who's going to be the next challenger for Finn Balor? Is it going to be Samoa Joe and him finally get it, or is Nakamura going to come into the title picture? There's a lot of ways that they could go. I mean, I hope it's Samoa Joe, not because I want to necessarily see the match 3 times. I won't complain if we see it 3 times, but I just want Samoa Joe to be NXT champion. I think he deserves it, and everything he went through, I thought, and that was another reason why he'd win it. But obviously, Finn Balor retained. It'll be interesting to see where they go now, guys. But yeah, that's my NXT Takeover Dallas review. Incredible show. One of the best wrestling shows I've seen in a long time. And when you see matches like that and a show like that, you're just proud to be a fan of it. So yeah, guys, leave your comments down below how you thought the show went. Like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it, guys. So yeah, hope you all enjoy, and see you soon, guys. Bye.